Hello, folks. Welcome back to VoD Review. We've got first stand tournaments coming up, or first stand groups coming up. It's the tournament. It's a week sprint. Gonna have a lot of VoD Review. I'm a day late on this set, but for good reason. We're playing catch up today on stream. As always, follow me everywhere at CubbyXX, including Twitch, where I stream these live. Likes, comments, and subs help the channel out a lot. Let's dive in. All right, time to talk about League and not the BS. Okay, KC TL game 1. Ziggs, Draven, Talia, Victor, Rumble, Callista. I like the Talia bans against TL. I think it's necessary. Also, Talia ban pretty much locks in a Callista ban. So, ends up getting first pick Vi. Maokai, Varus, Ezreal, Aurora. R's really big. Ezreal can catch. So we have the option to play towards topside if we want. Nautilus comes in. Pair up with the Varus. I like how Nautilus pairs with Maokai really well, actually. Rel, Jace, and then Ornn. Magic damage is I do feel like TL has enough magic damage. So I feel like their damage is fine. I think the big thing for me that's weird is that this doesn't connect. Like, we have 3 champs that want to do one thing, and 2 champs that want to do another thing. And Vi doesn't really have a great lane to play towards. I don't know who you play towards as Vi. Meanwhile, Poke Varus, really nice this game, can bridge you to this, and this shit's really tanky, and plays off each other nicely. And the tanky shit, Ezreal cannot get through this. You want to play towards the Aurora post 6. But also, ideally, you want to use Aurora push to then move elsewhere. And it's really hard to move Poke Varus because you always dominate the wave. So you can kill the wave and walk away. Or also, you can put it mid, so then Aurora has to go into his side. And you still kill waves. So if we kill waves with Varus, and then we let Ornn scale, like I feel like this draft from TL actually makes a lot of sense / has good identity. I like it much better than the KC one in this game. By the way, TL in their regional final too, like epically draft gapped 100 Thieves too. All right, folks. I'm not moving my camera. I'm not going to talk about the UI. If you want to hear my thoughts about the UI, please listen to Hotline League. I said nothing that hasn't already been said by Twitter. It is going to be a pain in the arse to review these games because of the UI. Day 2 was better. Good. Anything interesting? Lethal Tempo, Ezreal. Okay. And then HOB Varus. So, looking to trade with that trading pattern instead of Comet. I do like Blue Tree better, but I think HOB in this lane is rather nice. We have Unflinching. Unflinching got changed a little bit. APA is Unflinching too. That's interesting. I actually don't mind that this game. And he took conditioning. Based APA guy. Whenever you can greed this point, fucking take it. It's so OP. It's so OP. Based APA, man. Really based. Okay, so Umti. Oh my god. I have to look. Umti walks in. This is spotted. But again, with Maokai, especially in this matchup, you just get to... You can pretty much pick what camp you want to take first. Your Q beats anything that Vi can throw at it. What's going to end up happening here is that we have... So we're going to pull bot lane in from each. And Umti's fun. So this delays Umti a bit, but they do get to scout where Vi's at. And yeah, they get Callista Flash. So this is bad from Callista. He's trying to be in range for the level or the XP. I don't think he has to be close to that, like being that close. And of course he loses his flash. So good setup from TL bot lane. Definitely an oopsie there. So Umti's sacking some of his tempo, but bot lane's in really good shape. I think that that's very worth. I actually like the top left thing. I think that the order needs to be different. I'm okay with this being here. I was okay with this. The health bars being here is dumb as fuck. And I'll see what day 2 looks like. I didn't watch yesterday, but we'll have more thoughts on day 2. Because I know they already made changes. Yeah, I think Dragon Score should also be permanent. It has an impact on everything in the game. I think Grub should also be permanent. Like, that has a massive impact. I know all the results, yeah. We're going to spoil the results in here, too. We're more interested in the process than what actually goes on. All right, so 4 camps all. Nice. Well played, Yike. APA's TPing back. He's going to TP back first. And then Yike can't get anything else, but he gets top crab. So in the end, it's... I think Little Raptors went over to Maokai. And that was it. Also, like, I mean, this lane's hard for Ornn, but Ornn is doing a good job of surviving, so that's good. It's kind of hard to dive Ornn, and I think that Unti being where he was at, like, you cannot find the dive 2v2. So I think Yike walking up there is the right idea, because I do think that you can and dive Ornn, and if you want to win this matchup, you have to dive him pre-6, but... Oh, this is a bad mistake. So Kalista was in front of the wave. He got hooked. And that's going to be enough for a Drake. Yeah, well done. Wait, they based? Hold on. This is very greedy from Umti then. Okay, I mean, if they stuck... I think they do need the base. So if that's the case, then, like, this is a risky dragon. They have good ward coverage for it. But honestly, decent instincts from Yike to get in there and just look for it. Because tactically, his team does get back first. So he can afford to do this. Yeah, but it's a good time bought. APA jailed Aurora. So Trist having pushed into Aurora is actually pretty big. And again, I based APA this game, man. He went D-Blade, Cole, and is just playing the wave and farming and getting Aurora under tower. It's really good. So they're going to take Drake and trade that for Grubs. I think that's fine for TL, given the draft they have. They're like, this draft is definitely a sack first Grubs. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You can see Impact losing gracefully. He's down a little bit more than what you'd like, but it's not bad. Like, it's not a problem yet. And Umti being where he's at in this game is quite good. Yeah, and of course there's... Oh, Yike does have smite. And this is just not the call from KC. Like, nothing about this is the call. Varus is like straight up stronger at this point. And even if you one-tap the Maokai, you're dead. Like, Rel's dead. Wait, did Yike go for the Q flash? This is such a reach. This is such a reach. Yeah, it's TL have these stronger champions at this point of the game. Like, you're giving up. It is a good hook. If you hit the Rel dies as well. Hitting the Vi definitely saves Umti. But it's still a 2-for-1. Like, if Umti dies, this is still a 2-for-1. Then APA, like, with the items that APA is at versus the items that Vladi's at, he has the sustain, and he just got Vladi out of lane. So, like, again, really big win here for TL. Really bad decision from KC. I don't think this is playable. Also, Yawn has 6. Oh, shit. I didn't even check that. Yawn gets 6 off that wave, and they play it. I core stepped away from this wave, by the way, and Yawn hit 6. That's really nice from TL. He hit 6 at, like, the back half of it. Yeah. Look at that. Gets the wave in, gets 6. He got solo XP on that wave that got him 6. That's really nice from TL. That's really good stuff. Again, this is just so far. Like, the fact that Yawn has 6, this should be an FF on the play. It should be Krugs for red. And you accept it. Yeah, I didn't see Verisalt. Okay. On first glance. Wow, Core stepped away, got Yawn 6 off solo XP, and then they take the fight. That's good stuff, guys. Like, that's actually good textbook league. KC played right into it, and they lose. But that's really nice from TL. And they put Varus mid, and so now mid-wave, and they stop Aurora base. That's really nice. This is a great formation for TL. It's what they want to do this game again. The Varus deletes the waves. They can go support their sides that we'll be losing. Or we'll be, like, catching. And this is the strength of Varus, guys. Just send the fucker mid and bask in mid prio for the rest of the game. Actually. Again, impact's down a little bit more than what we'd like to see, but it's not bad. It could be worse, guys. I actually don't know what he's building. He doesn't want bombies. Because he doesn't want to fuck with a wave. And that's Cleaver Rush from Kana, which makes sense. Really like the setup here from TL. And yeah, Kana's just dead. Inventory impacts up in value given the tier. And it kind of uses E. See, this is something else I don't like about the UI, guys. Sometimes when they clicked on a champion, I could see the cooldowns they had up over here, but now it's the fucking tiny-ass player cams. Because I want to see if Kana has Hammer upper yet. Because, like, if so, then, like, where was it? It was there. That's bad. You can use Hammer to play off some cancels. Anyway, that's a grief. And that, like, kill just means the second grubs are up, and TL has 3 waves in right now. They picked it 4-5, so Orin was 5 pick. I don't think that Jace fit what they wanted to do. I understand wanting to outrange a Trist, but you're opting into another good target for Varus. You don't want to blind Aatrox into Trist Varus. Sounds hard. If that happens, then he plays Jax and, like, thrives this game. We aren't streaming OQs today, D-Gold, but yeah, that was the command we were using for the bracket. I'm just keeping it up. Not too much to talk about here. APA went Yuntals. It's the Knight's Vow Rush for Umpty. Oh, it's Unending Despair and then sit on the... Okay, so we just took the Chain Vest for the armor. Okay. I mean, yeah, he'll use that later on. Okay, interesting. Everything else pretty standard. But again, like, with Varus, you always have mid push, and it's a lot easier to send your support to move. It's a lot easier to support the side lanes. Again, Ornn has to catch. APA, depending on what kind of vision they have, they're playing towards him, so he can push. And yeah, like, TL they just win. You just win with Poke Varus. Really good try. VoD does a nice job of killing the wave here. You know what? They spot Rel on the control ward. So that's why they called it off. Okay, guys. He did dump the aggro early. That was an oopsie. They might have been able to pull it off if he doesn't dump it. That's a good call. Good catch. Good job, chat. I can understand why. Because he's jumping to, you know, try and be able to follow. Like, I will... No, Umpty had it. He takes the shot here. Yep. I can understand because they're trying to prevent him from going between worlds. So I don't think this is, like, super egregious, but... Because I also think that if Umpty just queues him, then you queue him into between worlds. Okay, guys. Other beef. I don't know if this changed day 2, but why is this health bar bigger than this health bar? That just makes no sense to me. Again, like, I want you to focus on the health bars on the screen. I honestly don't need that info twice. I don't know why it's prioritized more, and it's, like, more intrusive. Thank God. Also, this doesn't fit anymore. That's so funny. Anyway, top tower just died to pick, but you have Ornn, so it's chill. We'll say having tank to Aurora is kind of nice because you have to face check stuff against Aurora later on, and her AP ratios are, like, way too high for squishies. So having Ornn Maokai be able to walk in is really big. I just also don't think the top left is, like, that clear. Like, this being 5-1 grubs for KC, it feels weird when it's positioned like this, and then the bottom is positioned, like, left and right. Like, I almost feel like this should just extend out, and then you have grubs, drakes, and everything else. I don't mind the top left part. I really don't. I really don't. I think of everything, like, that's the least egregious change. Again, it reminded me of baseball. My issue, though, is, like, even, like, right now, right? It's better to have real estate up here than it is to have real estate here hiding the river. So, like, there are a lot of scenarios where, like, you're going to zoom out, and it's actually better to have the bar up here and block stuff that's, like, not in the jungle or off the screen. Whereas because of how League works, and a lot of the action happens in the river, which runs like this, it means that this part of the screen and this part of the screen is actually pretty big real estate in order to use. Yes, the observer. Yeah, that I brought that point on Hotline League. You actually have to change how you observe with this. And that's hard. That's really hard, actually. Because they probably aren't observing with this overlay. Like, they probably have the spectator overlay from, like, the client, right? Sorry, we have a decision being made. All right, Rift is being dropped. So they're going to try... Oh, wait, no, this is defensive. No, they were definitely trying for a play. Oh, Core got spotted walking in here. You can see the pings. So then kind of leads him on a little bit of a ring around the rosy. And slams APA, which is nice. APA... Play that well. But he gets forced out. Jace is strong. This Jace champ is really OP. That said, TL forced KC off. He like doesn't have much else to do right now. But the Aurora like TP'd out. The Aurora TP out's weird. Because if Aurora stays, then they can just get this. Like they force APA out. They get impact TP. If Aurora stays, that Rift is free. So I think it's a bad, like a bad TP from VoD. Because they're gonna get that tower anyway. So now they have to sack Rift, which kind of kills their tempo. Yeah, it is bad, Yanya. No, I think Vladdy's a very talented player. Like the fact that this guy's in like still technically year one, it's like getting close to what would be the end of year one, and he's made it to this event, beat Caps, like that's pretty impressive. Yike's just doing this without mid prio. I mean, I don't understand. There should not be a wave where Yike even thinks about hitting the dragon, because you want to fix top too. Like if Kana fixes top, then you're in a scenario where you're either +1 top or you can rotate top down and then think about it. Because then they have to respond to top lane. Because APA probably wants to base after this. Kana's walking out of base, so he kills that wave. Then you get the shift down, and you have numbers. Like then you can start to poke, which is what your comp wants to do. And that's why this comp for me is weird from KC. Because the Vi, Aurora, and Rel want to do one thing, and the Jace Ezreal want to do another. Yeah, Yike's been struggling in this tournament for sure. Also, I think oh wait, I would take back what I was going to say. Maybe Yike should think about starting Cleaver. And I feel like this is one of the games that would actually warrant a Cleaver start versus the Sundered Sky. But kind of want Cleaver, so not much to say there. That's TL's second drag, I believe. Yeah, we're still playing for feats, by the way. I really hate how turrets are first. Like, why are turrets here? It needs to be kills, and like turrets get emphasized. Or kills are emphasized and gold is emphasized. Like then we have the stuff that factors into that. Yeah, I feel really bad for the casters that the first time this. A lot of empathy there, as I brought up with Mao. By the way, shout out to Mao for joining us on Hotline League yesterday. Chronicler's the man. I cannot say enough good things about Chronicler. He is really good at what he does, and he was a really, really good teammate. When I was in LCK, he was extremely welcoming. The whole team was, but I talked with Mao the most. But I really, really, really appreciate him. I think that he's really fucking good at what he does. And a really good guy, too, so I really appreciate him. Alright, I mean, this is a... And Yon just didn't flash react. If Yon flash react, it's a maybe. But even this death, like the fact that he saved flash and went down, it's not terrible. Like it's not terrible. They used a lot for this, and the map for KC afterwards is like they don't have a map where they can really do anything. So they burned like a pretty big sum off of Rel to pull off something where they get nothing over. It's really not a terrible death. Oh my god, that impact R is really nice, by the way. Well played, Omti. The hammer there from Jace was a bit goofy. And then APA bopped him with the R. Yawn with a really nice reaction time on the Skype. Or the snipe. And guys, like, while all this is going on, I look at the waves again. APA TP'd bot. So they have bot pushing and TL plays with it. They already fixed mid. The last wave, so now Ornn's rotating. They have Varus on mid, so they actually have numbers here. And Callista's jailed. And the angle taken is just not great. Like, they actually never get real pressure on the APA. And they're still down their big tools. So, like, why is KC here? Like, we shouldn't be doing this with none of this. There's no rel ult, too. You guys can't see. So, like, for KC, I mean, this is just not a play that's up for them. Like, the way the TL's playing the map is just much, 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 much better. Like, I don't want to take away from some of the individual plays, too. It's nice, but they don't have to do anything special to win this game the way that KC's playing. KC definitely played into them. Like, that's just a free Otacon. Nice trap. They know that KC, like, has to fix top. They snuck in. Nice trap. Really nice. You know, it's probably like fight for bot prio because Otacon's up next. Well done. GA Otacon. By the way, Ornn's kind of snapped back in terms of the XP. Or, sorry. He's up a level. And the gold, if you're up a level on Ornn, the gold really doesn't matter. It's like Ornn's in good shape right now. Good block from Targamas. And then the R on the Yikes a little bit optimistic, but that was their wave to make a play. Again, there's Ornn has TP. Jace does not. They see Jace. And then APA, they see Aurora on bot. So, like, TL even fishing there, that's the right timer to fish. It's the right timer to fish. Also, I don't know if Yuntals is the best item to upgrade. I don't know if I still have an ornament sheet. Uncle Phil's reviewing? Is it first stand? I assume it is. Fuck, go watch him, man. Don't watch me. He's 10 times smarter than me. We had Uncle Phil on for Worlds. That was fun. Actually, I never did World Finals because Ida was supposed to be World Finals. And that got delayed, and then I just ended up not doing it. Which is, I kind of regret, but that's my excuse. And I don't know what conditions KC are fighting on here. I think that's a big thing for me with, like, KC is... I looked at some of these fights, but this is a nice engagement from Targamas. Like, yes, Yike misses the Q flash, but no one can follow Yike. Just the Ornhorn delayed folks, and Kalist can't. Yeah. Again, Varus gets a, yeah, a Varus Q. And the Jay says, like, this team just can't get through Ornn. Really well played here by Omti. Oh, Otacon expired. I mean... Good fight. Like, that's Dragon. It's a, what, 2 for 0 because Otacon? Yeah, I don't know the conditions that KC are fighting on. And at this point, they're behind. I mean, Impact's up 2 levels on Kana. Because, again, that's just TL managing their waves better, by the way. It's KC just not playing to their conditions. It's been really tough. Again, like, why is Yike even taking this, though? Like, Jace is stuck bot. He has a TP, but you're going to lose mid. Yeah. And TR is spending a lot of time trying to take down mid outer. I still think this play pattern is, like, okay for them, though, because it's not like they're not fixing sides, and then they have poke Varus. Like, this angle's nice. They got Kalist cleanse. Okay, so they just use Ornhorn and get it. Yeah, I think Jace is really fucking strong still, but it definitely doesn't feel like good this game. I'm seeing one Visage second. Interesting. It's really only Vladdy. I see Maokai get some nice perks from Visage, but and this game, like looking back, really didn't feel fun. It was like TL just they took the push, and this game went the way it did. Dude, I have to say, guys, the fact that like I miss swaps, I really do. I actually really enjoyed swaps and talking about swaps on the stream. Like for me, this game was made much. Like this is a game where for me the Orange team very clearly wants to swap and could have been a way that TL could have sped up the pace of the game. I mean, yeah, the people Impact still dropped his turret and they're still the team winning, so you know. Like it just makes for such a more active map. It really does. Oh my god. Love the R on Akana, by the way. I mean, this is so easy. Like, again, like, where's the setup? And obviously, Yike's, like, just dead. Alright. Yeah, I think swaps should be... Like, if swaps are played in 1 out of every 5 games, I think it's good. But again, swaps for Fearless is going to be necessary. Also, Renekton Prize is just going to be ballistic. It's going to be really funny. Oh, no. I mean, even this play is, like, not winning for KC at all. So that's Dragon. I mean, this series is boring, man. Or at least this game was boring. Nice angle from Umti. Oh my god, the Cloud Soul has impact fucking zooming. I thought he flashed for a second. And APA chasing Yike was a choice. Like, what the fuck happened here? I don't want to talk about this, guys. Oh my god. Alright, GG's. We did it. We just chased through the ends of the earth. Yeah, Umti's back, man. Good for Umti, by the way. The celebration he used to do all the time. Which is kind of cool. Make the point. Good for Umti. Alright, game 2. KC on blue. They same bans. This time we ban Yone, so we're gonna let Skarner up, leave it up, and it drops. Azir first pick into Ambessa Ashe. Okay, so a little bit support bot, a little bit of carry top. Camille Sedge taken. That's pretty tough for Ambessa to deal with, and it's just OP Skarn. Vi Maokai not available. By the way, can we just organize this by role? Like we did this with NACL and NLC, I think did it. And yeah. I think Skarner's really OP, but these two champs can actually cheat Skarner. And Sejuani is playable in the Skarner. So I agree. It might not have been the best game for Skarner. The rest of the draft makes Win Now look pretty nice in Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao might have been a decent pick here. And then it's Asol taken, MF Leo, and then we don't go Braum. But Braum was banned. Hui was banned too. APA getting respect for his Hui. I don't know why it was the Pantheon. I think that Alistar like has a fuck ton of value this game. It's a little bit tricky into the this, but into the this, it's really nice. I think Pantheon into Leona is not one of Pantheon's better matchups. Ashe can help you be more effective, but then you just kind of end up getting farmed by this. This isn't an I told you, Yanya. This is a scenario for a 5-pick. Yeah, it's really good in jungle too. It's playable mid of Leona as well. Runes. Anything interesting? Nothing too interesting. All right, we're good. So TL is in lane first. This could be really big for playing out a lot of these matchups now. Trying to use the Ashe Panth. That's really nice. They got some really good poke down. Yawn and Cora playing this out really, really nicely. Couple, probably, ooh, couple oopsies. Yike skipped over the wolves. Maybe trying to get to bot a little bit faster. But it's spotted by Ashe because it's fucking Ashe. So Skarn gets the full clear. Second clear. Yes. So APA is trying to get this wave in before, I mean, he should leave the melee. Getting the caddy is fine. After the caddy, he should just leave. He takes like 3 or 4 autos for this. Of course, he hasn't, or he did base and TP back, but now he's going to die after burning flash. That's really bad. That hurts. That wave's frozen now too, so that's super greedy. Meanwhile, bot, core jumps on Kalist. Both junglers are pathing down here. They are able to absorb the Sedge gank. Skarner full is up 2 camps now off the full clear. And that's going to be enough for Dragon off the trade. Okay. I think Core could have killed here. Surprised it wasn't a Q. Like, if he W's, then auto Qs these. I know that Leona has Q, too. But Targamas wants to go Q Yawn, which was the right move. Yeah, I think if it's a W... I think he's doing this because he assumes he's going to Q'd by Leona and wants to tank whatever's thrown back at him, which is fine. But Targ walking up and stunning Yawn is actually nice. So yeah, Umti's here. They saw Yike base, so Umti just protects the bot wave. They get it in. They have the option to swap here. Yeah, they do it. Nice. So, I mean, KC not using MF at all. They're getting pushed out of lane because of the Ashe. And they can't use, like, Strut to get anything done. So his first grub's going over to TL. That was smoted, so that'll be split. And then Ashe gets everything, pretty much. Really nice for TL. Surprised it's not a Kraken Slayer here. Ooh, yeah, this is where things go wrong. Okay. Why does Umpty just not press R in the brush? Like, if he presses R in the brush and Bessa R hits, and Kana's dead. Like, Kana flashed out of both ults. And Umpty was not spotted. Spore gets dropped now. If Impact walks back through the Hextech ultimatum, it's a free Skarner R. Because Kana has to chase. And then you chain both Rs, and that's playable. Like, I think Kana probably dies. Or is very close to dying. Instead, it's like a super split retreat, and I have to deal with fucking Camille Sejuani. You're not winning that 2v2, so they send in a TP to try and save, and it ends up just being a disaster. I mean, I think it's a pretty big misplay. Didn't, and then APA gets hella greedy. Ugh. Yeah. If he presses the W, by the way, to just get... So, like, he ends up Wing right here. If we W here, then it would have better coverage over Kana. Now, Kana wants to E and get out this way. But if you're not heading towards a champion, you lose half the range. Which means that I think he's still under threat of APA. Okay, I flash the ult. Yeah, this is just bad all around. Don't think that was a misplay from Skarner. I think it was a misplay from Skarner. Asol for sure misplayed. Again, he's 100% in fog. If you wait for Kana to follow Impact up and press R in fog, you guarantee everything hits. Yeah, well, exactly. The Camille did flash away, but if you lock him up during Skarner R, which would go unspotted in the brush, and you Bessa ult, you cannot flash away from that. It's not a... I don't think it's a miscalculation. It's a misplay. I think what happened is Umpty thought he could get the E stun into the wall. That's the miscalculation, but I think that if you start with R, it's better. Again, you guarantee it. We always want the guarantees. No. What? Am I being gaslit? No, he flash E'd and then he R'd. That's a flash E, and then the R like this. Yes, yeah, R from brush, exactly. In fog. It's really fucking good. I mean, they didn't track IQ for that. And I don't love the R anyway. And this game's... They're down, what? 1.5k gold? I don't know the idea here from TL. You count on Mbessa R to help you. I think Mbessa R missing is the most important thing of that trade. I mean, I don't even know what happened. I don't know what TL's thinking with that play. Like, I don't know what conditions they're going after besides Yike being down flash, they didn't track his Q. Like, if they're able to lock down Yike being down flash, I think it's a decent play, but that was not the case. Because that's free Drake. Yawn's the strongest point of the map right now for TL. They need time to farm. And Kana's going to start really doing some work in the side. Targamas playing that hard for this is interesting. As they had Vladdy. He doesn't take any damage from Aurelion Soul. I was a little bit surprised it was Torch build for the Acel. It makes sense to me. I just wasn't expecting to see that. If you want my opinion, Zan, you can go back through my VoD, and I talked about it at the start of the stream. I mean, Yawn's no sums on this wave with no help. So that's just bad. He's hovering the right side of the map, but again, we just have to give that wave. So we died for free. I mean, this game was just a... This game was honestly, again, not too fun to review because it was very one-sided off of some poor mistakes. Yeah, like, that's just not our wave. Pet spot, Scudder's out of camp. That's just not our wave. That's nice. This play was sick from Vladdy. I mean, I like the idea here, again, from TL. I don't think this is bad at all. You just got to kill. You have numbers. You spot Sejuani. You know it's a 1v3. And Vladdy just goes absolutely crazy here. Now, the mistake is APA. He Ws into soldiers. I think that if he Ws away from soldiers that already existed, he might have gotten out. That's a really, really nice reaction speed from Vladdy. And to pick up that kill on the APA, I think it was worth. Because then the shutdown doesn't go over to APA, it goes over to core. Which is on a big win for KC. That's really nice. Again, if APA Ws at a like where soldiers don't already exist, because then he gets out of the one auto. See the soldier on top of Vladdy? He gets autoed by that here. If he Ws away from it, then Vladdy has to drop. He drops one soldier. He can only drop one. He would have had to drop two to get the kill. So if he heads towards the fog, I think APA might have been able to get out. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not like it's not close, right? But very well played by Vladdy. Really, really clean. Really good reaction time. What the? Jesus Christ. So KC just owned TL across the map is pretty much what we're getting at. APA is dead. Nice block from Umti. At least gets the flash at Ike. Yeah, this was some chain enting being done here by TL. And then that's a trade after a TP in. Woo! I mean, worth for Acel, but still like TP burned, you know? It's rough. And they're down 7k gold. Yeah, that was rough. I think that TP from Azir or ASOL and APA, like that's the right play. You go hunt for the shutdown. The fact that it was a trade sucks. I don't think Kana can be on this wave. I don't think that's a hot take. No one's showing mid. They have vision kind of on Kana's side, and they're hitting Rift. So the fact that Kana's on this wave is honestly like really noob. And you can say him dying for Rift is worth, but also we don't need to die here. Much like how I don't think that Impact needed to die. But this one's a little bit more forgivable. Like, again, everyone just showed bot, so Impact being on this wave when we know they're on Rift is pretty greedy. And he already... Oh, no, he did kill the wave. All right. So that's just Otacon. They're going to trade it for some golden APA. Can Umpty not R? Like, if he Rs, I think he at least gets Targamas' flash. I don't think that's the worst. If he pulls Targamas in, I think Targamas, like, gets under turret, gets Panth. I know he doesn't have people around him, but... Oh, God. Dude, this is... Oh, that was the 0 damage. I thought that was MF damage for a second. I was like, what? No, okay, that makes sense. 0's big. Yeah, this game's bad. VoD definitely went a little bit too hard there. Which I kind of opened up an angle for TL, but it did not. They're too far behind. GG. Played KC. They kind of owned across the map there at one point. It was kind of fun. All right, game 3. Oh my god, guys. The lane swaps are dead, and we're back to this shit. Hooray. Okay. Blue side. First game. Blue side for TL. Victor, Yone, Draven. Ziggs, Rumble, Callista. First pick, Talia. Xin Ahri is playable in the Talia. Ahri is like really nice in the Talia, actually. You can attack the Talia. You get angles. You end up like matching / out pushing. I do like this matchup a lot. Ahri should be up in it. Followed up by Cassante Nocturne. I really like Cassante for Impact. I think that Impact is the best Cassante we have in ACL. I know it's a little bit of a... I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but this guy peels like a mofo for his team on this champion. The Nocturne... Nocturne was a little bit of an interesting pairing for me. I actually would have really liked Jack's jungle here. I'm a big fan of Jax and Xin. I think that Ahri, there are some issues being presented with mobility, but you get the guaranteed play with Talia. It's also where if Panth is still available, and it was an Alistar last game, you can play Pantheon and actually feel really, really good right here. So yeah. And then Gnar, really nice against Cassante. No more swaps, so Gnar kind of wins this matchup. But Gnar, Ahri can still be attacked in sides by this, so TL have a way to play through sides, and what they've been drafting so far, definitely a lot of ways to play fast and play through sides. And Douglas Cassante was good, but Impact is kind of built different. Right, sees a Soppet becomes diminishing returns to a point. It's like taking layups from basketball. Like, what the hell? Wow. More base swap enjoyers, I see. Respect. Anyway. Zeri picked Lucianami to answer. Lucian's kind of nice here, actually. Like, gets to interact. The R is pretty valuable. You can force valuable, like, trading R for RER is nice, or Zinar. You interact really well with like, what's showing so far. And Yon is a long-time Lucian player. Colta supporting lane swaps. Fnatic, long time no see. If you want the poll stuff, I talked about it later. Hope all is well, buddy. But yes, we are supporting. We are lane swap enjoyers here. Yeah, I guess this. I mean, we have frontline, so we can afford to take this. The one thing I don't like about KC's comp is that they really lack frontline. They really lack frontline this game. So if you're gonna go Zeri Yumi, I don't think that Gnar Zin are the right answers. I don't even think that Ahri is like the right answer. I mean, I think that you can play other shit in Natalia too. That beats it. We're just back to 2016. I know, man. I'm sad. Look at Spawn, Pat and Umpty on the back. Umpty back in Law Park, man. We are drinking liquid. Nice. Oh, we spawned in late. Nothing's working. Okay. So there's a ward that is not spotted by K-Corp. And then we have to give Zeri Yumi the lane first. We do. We're trying to sync up our W's if we're TL. Oh, it's Q start. Interesting. Yeah, they're... A lot of CS being missed here. We got 2 first. Also, jungler's path down bot for the entire series, by the way, which I find really funny. Hold on. I just want to see... I wanted to see Impact's runes, sorry. I know there's like a line through it. Bone plating, okay. PTA. So lane dominance. Nothing else too interesting. You have some options with Ahri here. That was inspiration. I really like APA's runes for Talia, by the way. I think this Trian Talia, the ability haste is really nice. Beyond performing like this, I hope TL path spot. I mean, my reviews are actually so much faster now that swaps are gone, guys. Like, I mean, I'm not the best at like the 1v1s and lanes. There's some lanes that I know better than others. Like, I can say if like Yon's hitting Qs or like if we're not syncing up our Ws here, which we didn't. Which is good. I liked spending time on reviews. I will say a lot of these Ws for core, like very few are bouncing. It's risky to bounce, but the big thing here is that Yon gets hit by the Zeri W. So like he's got to dash this. And when he doesn't, it's GG's. So that's bad. Yon comes back, baby. Good word timing from Kana. Impact's down a little bit, but it is what it is. Nice. That was a good uke. This game's a good example, guys. What happens early in games doesn't define you. Good golf lesson here. You can always turn it around. This was probably Targamas' best game of the tournament. Oh no. Was this guy like fucking Duro? Try to see if Core can find an angle to step up here. Oh, we kind of get creep blocked. Actually, I think if Core... If Core's clicking... Oh, he's trying to dodge out on the Yumi Q. I was going to say, he's clicking down because the Yumi Q was here. If he clicked up here, might have been a better bubble angle. Yeah, these guys have definitely struggled in the lane a little bit. Kalist is a rook. I think Kalist is still worth investing in. By the way, our junglers have just full cleared. They've each skipped one camp to get the bot faster. And now we're swapping up top for the grubs. Well played, TL. KC read this. TL's hiding. Yawn might be down 2 levels, but he has Nami, so you can walk up and harass like that. That's good shit. And then Yike's just going to take... Drake, big steal. Yeah, I'm a Kalist fan. I think if you have Kalist in your Oregon EU, I think you're fucking thrilled. That KC got a grub's nice. Nice Q from Kalist. Or dash from Kalist. He got out of both Qs. TL. And yawns up. It's because of the swap that TL did took place. They got a little bit more XP on Yawn. So we had 6 earlier. Yeah, TL were the best bot lane this split. Still like Masu and Busio are really good, but these guys were the best bot lane, especially in then. Good flash from APA, well timed. A lot of things that like APA does little things well. I think very consistently. Doesn't get credit for it. I think that's one of them. Or it's like one where he's gotten a lot better with his flash timing, for sure. This was unlucky. This play is 100% here. APA's wall needs to be angled a little bit less aggressively, especially against the Zeri who can hop it. So, like, sending the wall at that angle is just not necessary. And obviously, the interaction is a bit unlucky, but the wall angle, I think, is worth being a little bit critical over. I also don't even think this plays here. Given that, like, Sin was hovering. So, Yike's hover here, which was spotted. Like, they're still taking this despite the Yike hover. I'm not sure if it's here. Feels wild Masu Busio was so successful. Feel like it breaks the mold. I mean, look, Red, you tell... I was the one that bet on those kids. I would have bet on those kids always. Now, the fact that it's together, I think is the interesting part. They had experience around them, right? But usually you see like one experienced, one not experienced. But yeah. I think if you import to replace Kalist, you're trolling as a GM. That guy is actually a native that can compete with like imports and international. Again, he's a fucking rookie. There's absolutely no way I don't want him in my org. Bastion. No alt Ari. And then the escape. Good tidal wave from core, and then they just split. Really, really well played. Really well played. I really like how they split there. Yeah, there's absolutely no way I'd replace Kalist. I'd give him 2 years at least. Yeah, no, he's good. I think Kalist is good. I mean, Kalist, first international tournament's kind of looking like Perks' first international tournament, you know? Little vacation time. Yeah, Yawn, like, this is year 3 of Yawn, and it's been worth the investment for TL. There's no way you don't give Kalist 2 years. All right, well, KC just decided to die. I'm going to go back in time real quick. I'm talking with chat a lot. I didn't see how Umpty got to where he's at. Is it really just Yike on this clear? Because we're even right now, but we have more camps. I guess Umpty full cleared to get up here. Or Yike just got stuck on this side of the map for too long. Yeah, Yike got completely stuck in topside. So he went down like a full set of camps here to Umpty, who cleared everything, and Yike literally cleared his topside, waited for it to respawn. It was Han Sama. No, it was tactical. It was tactical or Hans you're thinking of. I mean, the fact that Yike's this far behind is a pretty big deal before this fight breaks out. So yeah, second grubs go over. Because like a big part of this fight is the Nocturne kind of just goes Super Saiyan. I mean, this E from APA is so like really good. It really stalled the fight, by the way. I know he gets caught by the charm, but like he's up a level. So again, APA's up. I haven't been as good at keeping track of CS guys and who's up or not, and it's definitely the new HUD, but that's okay. We're getting used to it. I think Yawn just played this really well. Like, it's kind of wild because, like, yes, Yawn takes a lot of damage here and he's split. But Zeri, like, that dash from Kalist is bad because he's off Umpty now. It's like Yawn really baited him into a bad spot, and now he's stuck. That E from APA is, like, excellent. And then the flash is obviously unwarranted from Kalist. So this is good baits from Yawn. Because, like, Kalist pretty much just gets stuck in this fight because he goes for Yawn and just doesn't have him. Whereas if Kalist stays on Umpty here, I think the fight's playable because, like, Yawn's out. Like, Yawn presses R, and that's all he has in the fight. By, like, dashing in for Yawn there, he gets stuck on a really, really bad side and then flashes in, and it's just not warranted, and TL wipe. Also, Umpty is just huge in this fight. Like, literally just feasts. And they sent everything at APA, but like, APA is just out of reach. So I don't know why Vladdy and Kalist just really tunneled on the carries this fight. That so he has 55% win rate versus Zin and Ari. I like it against Ari, but Xin, I think, is definitely a, it's game 3, Zin's up. We're going to play Xin. Okay, I think KC really misplayed this fight. Yawn ended up having good baits, and APA got a lot of value this fight. It's just too much for KC to reach into. They ignored Umti, and that was poor. So this is a poor fight from KC for sure. I don't want to take away too much from TL, because I think that Yawn, like, the way that Yawn baited it out was actually quite nice, but... yeah. Yeah, they like ignored Nocturne, and again, we went back in time and saw how Umti got up. Yike was definitely being pulled top a lot by his team. And it's led to a point where, like, the KC bot lane is down levels, and then obviously the Yike is down 4 levels by the end of this game. So I think that first instance where the Nocturne was power farming and Yike wasn't getting anything, again, like, TL was just better at playing the map than KC in the series. I think that whole TL team was just broken. And Hans was definitely happier in EU as a human. So definitely think that has something to do with it as well. Balracana. I mean, again, I thought that a big part of when I looked at like who the regions were sending, I really felt like the tops and supports were the most important role. And a lot of that was given swaps, but Kana was the best top in a region with, like, BB. BB is a respectable player, you know? Kana had a really, really nice split, and it is playing really well here. I thought Kana had a pretty nice series. I still think Impact ended up being more impactful, because, like, he was drafting, like, blind / drafting lanes that are losing to help the team. Like, this was blind. The Ornn pick was a losing matchup. Blind and Ambessa. So I think he got more out of the series than Kana did for the leads that Kana had, but I still think that Kana had a couple of really nice moments. He's not the best Ambessa, I agree. That's crazy. I just feels like they're losing the Lucian. It's a nice alt because it's on jungler and it just forces him out. So again, Yike is going to be set behind. He has no camps to take right now, by the way. I don't know what happened there. Hans look trash in NA because NA greater than EU. Again, guys, sometimes player happiness matters. I know for a fact that, like, Hans was only here for 1 year because he was happier in EU, and I think it definitely shows in his performance too. So I know that was a part, like, not obviously all of it. That team had its own issues, but, like, that was a part of it, right? It was Bjergsen. It was the super team. It was Bjergsen, Bwipo. Or shit, Alfari. Or was it Alfari or Bwipo? It was Bwipo. I think it was Hans. It was Hans Bwipo for sure. It was Hans Bwipo. Kind of like what Yawn did here. Like, it gets him out. Like, he blew his load and then he gets out. And then gets Leah wall. Just freebie. Alfari Eric was weird. Got a coach canned. How do we end up with Ari Narbot, by the way? Like, we dropped top lane for this. And again, this is where I really feel like KC is just really disconnected as a team. Like, this Dragon take is really scary. You have to defend Rift, you're jailed top, and you're on Dragon. Like, this is real desync from, like, just across the team. And then Ari just ends up here stuck while top lane just ends up getting fucked.
Timing could be great, but like you said,
Radiant Muffins, thanks for the follow. It took a long time to fix too. They lost a lot from that. And that R from Calist is just protect mid, but it's kind of unwarranted. Impact was hovering to try and get it in. I guess it gets him top. It's okay. It's not bad. They're gonna lose mid though, but at least they got tempo top. Nox area is scary. No, yes it is. It's for sure a bit of a deny. Nice escape from VoD, but still like TL have the power to play signs with a Nocturne, and they have mid prio with Lucian Nami. I will say, if I'm scouting for against TL, the two games that they won / look better in the series, with Lucian and with Poke Varus, the purpose of these bot lane champions is you want to get them mid fast, and you just win mid prio. There are very few things in the game that can stop Poke Varus and stop like Lucian Nami from getting mid prio. And TL looked much better in those games. So if I'm scouting against them, that's definitely something that I'm on the lookout for. Pick ban for game 2 today. I didn't see that game, so we'll have to tune in. All right, TL gets this, so it's another like half a level. Yike just got dinged 12, by the way. He's miles behind. And if Nocturne gets ahead like this, it's really powerful. Because Nocturne, A, has to go in, and B, like, has steroids to actually boost himself up. So he is a really tough bruiser to deal with if he gets ahead like this. Do you like the Stride Breaker? He's going Stride Breaker and Hexblade. I don't know if I love both of those being comboed, but I think that Stride Breaker is really OP on Nocturne. Especially when you're trying to stick to carries like this. Look at Kana's Flash. All right, this is nice pre-Drake. If they have Paranoia and CP to get back to this play if they want it. All right, this approach is just so awful for KC, no? I really should scoreboard is down, so I can see if this is warded against Vladdy. I actually can't tell if Vladdy's spotted or not. I think APA did that blind. I need a replay. I'm gonna wait for the replay for this one, guys. APA did this blind. No? Or did he blue trinket? No, his blue trinket's... he did that blind. Wow, that's big. That's smart from APA, man. I mean, again, APA, I think that he doesn't get credit. I think a lot of people look to discredit APA. There are a lot of things he does well. Like, this is one. That's a really common place for Ari to sit, by the way. Because with RER, you have the option, if you're in this corner, to go, like, these are two angles that are really big. Like, APA just actually, like, fishing to mark this and getting a chunk like this is huge for the fight. Like, Casey's fight's fucked off this. Yeah, I mean, I think that if Yike goes on core, by the way, You at least push Yawn away and you can live. Yes, it is criminal. The tidal wave doesn't help, by the way. And their conditions are already shit because Ahri's chunked. So that also doesn't help. Well played Impact. And then TL does a nice job of balancing the health bars out as they go for this one. I appreciate how TL, like, they balance the health bars out. I know APA dies to a flash, but like that does not fucking matter. Yeah, there really isn't much to review in this series. I think that's going to be kind of common, though. Just really surprised at how much they're disrespecting map. Also, just 8th heads rise up, man. The fucking goat, guys. Swiffer also in the superior region. No, shout out to the TL staff. I think that there have been some really nice drafts from TL that I don't just like in the game, but I've also have liked for their team. I can usually see a method to their madness. I think obviously like a lot of people just credit Spawn because he's the most public-facing figure and is listed as the head coach, but I know it's a team effort, and knowing Spawn, he wants everyone to know that too. And it does look like a team effort with them. Nice. Oh, really nice flick here from APA. Actually caught the Ahri too, and then Impact gets to follow. Toughy for Yike for sure. And yeah, I mean, that's just Smite. Another really, really good combo from APA over the wall. They're just milking them. Good milk. Kasante TV's back. They hit Baron. Who's ult? Cores? No, it's a good ult. It forced Ahri back too. It's a good ult. Loses by leaving Talia open. Yeah, I mean, APA's Talia is nasty, man. This got a little bit scary because they weren't on the Baron soon. So they did eat some poke. I think letting them in here is kind of okay when you have... Well played, Yawn. When you have Lucian R. Also, just small thing, guys, but Yawn's going to eat the Q here from Ahri, but then he dashes the Charm. I think a lot of players like would actually not opt for that, and I really like that from Yawn. He's saving his dash for Zeri W for Charm. That's really good. That's really, really good stuff from Yawn. Nice Q there from APA too. APA plays this fight really nicely. Flashes the Charm in the back half too. I thought Yike... By the way, if I'm Yike here, I actually... If he goes in on this Baron and flips it, I would not have been against this at all. If he gets in and it's at 5k... no, that's too much. That's too much. I think 5k is too much. Like, TL conditions were really shit, and this game is really bad. I would not have minded the flip at this point. I don't think the KC played their best games. Their map play definitely was, like, TL's was for sure much better. But it is nice at least seeing a couple flashes here from TL individuals of, like, good stuff going on, you know? TL had no vision of it. I mean, if they see a 500 health Zeri rounding the corner, they're going to assume that Yike's on it. I think they saw the W hit anyway. There's an indicator for the wind becomes lightning. We're worried about... I haven't seen the CFO series. I've only seen this series. It's the only series I've seen. I mean, TL's shown they're willing to first pick Talia, so... That was this game. I think just means the blue side matters a lot. Because That means you're going to have to leave up Skarner, Callista, or Rumble against TL. And if that's the case, you probably leave up Skarner. It's really a Horizon focus in a Void game for... I hate this Ahri build. Like, Ahri doesn't benefit as much from Pen. She actually has good ratios, so you want AP, and I feel like Leandri's is just the move into this. I think focus is not the move. Kind of looks like he's in KC jail. I mean, the map boy has definitely not been there, but this is on Kana. Like, again, their map's just on fire. If I'm KC, I just play Poke Varus. Seriously. Just like play something that gets you mid-prio and see if you can just function from there. I feel like they drafted like really anti-prio in this series. Also, like, not the best of lanes. Are you an on-hit Varus hater? No, I'm very pro Varus. I think that on-hit Varus does too much damage, but Poke Varus is like so good in comp because you just own mid. Exactly, but like I'm talking like for future series. If I'm KC. I mean, Zin's just dead. Single's aggressive. Mbessa was levels weaker? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't love Mpax Mbessa. His Jace is more serviceable than his Mbessa too, in my opinion. I don't think he's the greatest Jace, but I think it's better than his Mbessa. Also, like with lane swaps being gone, Renekton's just back on this tournament. I'm still surprised we haven't seen as much Renekton. And well, I'm sure we might see an Impact Gnar too. Because he was not playing Gnar in the swap meta, but Impact's Gnar is really fucking good. He's going to play Gnar at some point here. All right, there's really nothing to talk about in this fight. Good job, TL. Impact Jax is good, man. He's got a fucking skin in that champion. All right, congrats to TL on the win. That's it for TL versus K-Corp. Honestly, not that interesting of a series. But yeah, the K-Corp need to patch with their map play, and I think TL, they played okay. Good to see some flashes from individuals in their series, for sure. Anyway, that being said, that's it for this VoD review. I've got more on the stream, so please stick around. But in terms of the YouTube VoD, thanks so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subs help the channel a lot. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.